G'day, I'm Marty, Brodie, live here in Timaru, and as you can see, now the proud owner of an Alpine shed. We went out to the market looking for a shed. We tried various different companies, Alpine being one of them, and ultimately decided on Alpine after meeting with a few different companies. Alpine certainly weren't the cheapest, they weren't pretending to be the cheapest, but the reason I chose them was, there's a few different reasons. First and foremost, they did a really decent, like a solid shed. Like the timber was decent, the steel was decent, everything was, the actual materials were heavy and felt like they would last a long time. But prior to that was the, I'm going to say the onboarding process, or the sales process if you like. I worked with Brad initially from their sales team, and he worked with me on the design. I met with Jack, who's one of their foremen, and we also discussed the functionality of the design, what would work well, what wouldn't work so well, and ultimately settled on this, which is a 12 by 9 shed, and then we've got a lean-to down the back. One thing Brad actually really helped me with is I'd actually already signed off the shed. The exterior cladding at that point was fibre iron. Brad rang me one day and said, hey, how about we change this to corrugated iron to look better, and absolutely I hadn't even thought about that. Obviously the exterior cladding of the shed, it's what we look at forever. One of the other companies we looked at was a more steel-based design rather than this, which is a timber-based design. I chose the timber for two reasons. I was concerned about the steel ultimately rusting in time. If you've got birds and what have you coming in, that can cause rusting in steel, what I've found previously. Whereas the timber construction, well, the bird-proof sheds, so there won't be that issue anyway, but there won't be rusting issues over time. The timber I also prefer because if you want to screw something to the wall, you can just put something up really simply, which I can do myself rather than steel construction is not quite that easy to work with long term. Jack, the foreman, when he came around for a look, he suggested that we do a multi-level, I suppose you call it. The lean-to is actually slightly lower level than the main shed. Due to the nature of the site being sloping, it made it better access to the lean-to down the bottom, and obviously saved us some cost. We didn't have to build the site up so much. So little features like that, which I would have just carried on and probably blindly spent the money, but Jack helped me with where we could save on unnecessary spending. I was really impressed with the way the shed turned up. It obviously arrived in kit set format, and then closely followed by the Alpine install team. Obviously turned up with all the correct machinery. It was interesting to see the hydrolators in play. Went up seamlessly, and before long we had a new shed to move into. Really pleased with the shed, and certainly if I was doing a similar project, I'd very much go back to Alpine. My only comment would be, don't be fooled by what might seem to be cheaper offers out there, because we did get cheaper offers and please didn't go ahead with them. These guys just made it really easy from where to go, from the design, so right through the install, their build payments, every little glass detail. It was a very seamless process, right from when I first engaged Alpine, went out looking at the market, see what was out there, right through to the shed we have today. Certainly recommend Alpine.